the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Come on, y'all. Somebody's happy and excited more than me. Yeah, God is good.
Theola Booker loved her family, especially Reverend Booker. I don't think she knew how valuable she was to other people, what an absolute treasure she was, and how much what she did really mattered. Theola was a down-to-earth person who happened to be a brilliant musician. She just made you feel like you could really do it. Sing, play, direct, or whatever. She just did. Born February 23rd in Houston's 3rd Ward, Theola inherited a rich legacy of faith, family, character, and music that would serve her well. Theola began playing the piano in church at the tender age of 8.
I think I was about 13 when I met Theola. And one of the things that really struck me was she was so talented, but always humble, you know, quiet and helpful, you know, and just so talented.
A proud product of Houston Independent School District, her drive for educational excellence has always been an integral part of her life. From Jack Yates High School to Texas Southern University to receiving her PhD in music education.
She was a product of this community. She was a Houstonian, a native Houstonian, who came up in this community, got educated, got herself prepared, returned to the same community from which she was a product of to encourage and inspire other kids to learn. And then she demonstrated it in her own craft.
A wife, a mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother. Family has always been the foundation of her life. United in holy matrimony to Gusta Booker in 1964. She has diligently served as the minister of music and the director of the women's ministry for Greater St. Matthew's Church for over 45 years.
Many pastors have their wives fairly well in the shadows. In the case of Pastor and Mrs. Booker, that has been a real partnership, and so you have seen her in her work in the school system as she dealt with children, and also in her work as giving support to Pastor Booker, and they have almost been one ministry, what she did in the school system and what she did with him. And this says a great deal about him, but it also says a great deal about her.
Dr. Theola Booker did more than just love gospel music. She lived it, she played it, she wrote it, she sang it. She composed it for choirs and groups with some of the biggest names in gospel.
When she did what she did musically, we felt the presence and the power of God. And she wasn't a pushover, but she was able to capture the essence of God in such a way that we're going to miss that. We're going to miss that.
Dr. Theola Booker has touched so many hearts with the soulful expression of her love for God, her love for people, her love for gospel music. She ranks among its greatest and most enduring ambassadors. To God be the glory for the things He has done.
To have somebody like Pastor Booker and Sister Booker who made a lifelong commitment to the people in the congregation, that is something rare that needs to be appreciated.
Oh yes, He has, through the aches and pains, through the losses and gains, God